Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and another fascinating Sudoku in prospect today. Thank you to those people who commented yesterday that it was a hard puzzle and I wasn't that bad, because I was getting a bit worried. I guess Simon having a birthday made me realize that it doesn't actually change the age difference between us in days anyway. And do get a bit worried about when my brain's decaying. Anyway, not too bad yesterday. Apparently, it was quite a hard puzzle, so 40 minutes, not too bad. We'll see how we go today. I do want to mention the Hitchhiker's Guide Hunt on Patreon. Also, there should be a crossword video coming out later this week from me. And a new podcast episode I think it'll hit the channel apparently in 2 days' time, but it might be on podcast platforms tomorrow afternoon or evening our time, so do look out for that, episode 3 of the podcast, if you're interested in a couple of Sudoku guys talking together, steered a little by Peter C. Hayward. Worth a go. Now let's have a look at this one from Sumanta Mukherjee. So obviously we have normal Sudoku rules, and if you know these things, these are standard Kropki and palindrome rules, but let me explain. The grey lines are palindromes, so the two ends of them must be the same. These two digits must be the same because they're 3 away from the end. Basically, they read the same one way as they read the other. Actually, in Sumanta's submission, this palindrome went all the way to this cell, but that sort of gives problems with overlapping lines, and I thought it was obvious enough that if you were to extend this palindrome into this cell, which has to be the same as this cell, this one will be the same. So I've shown it like this. Black dots join cells with a ratio of 1 to 2. White dots join cells that are consecutive. Now in this puzzle, there is not a negative constraint, so not all dots may be given. And there's one inequality sign. That cell must be lower than that. That's what we've got. Do give it a try on the link under the video. I'm going to have a go now. Let's get cracking. And we've got a run of 5 cells here that don't include a 3, one of the 2 given digits in the puzzle. So they must include, they're either 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they include all of 5, 6, 7 and 8. I don't know how to use that quite. It looks important. This is the only palindrome cell on a black dot. And this black dot joins a number into this group. So it can't be a 1-2 pair, because 1 couldn't appear in the middle of a string of white, and 2 would need a 1 on one side of it. Could it be 2, 4? Then you'd go 3, 4, 5, 6. That's certainly possible. Otherwise, no, there's various possibilities apart from that, so that's probably not how to get started. Not quite sure what is in this puzzle. These must use 5, 6, 7 and 8. Is that something we can use? Not really seeing how. Let's see if we can figure out a break-in somewhere. I don't think it can be a colouring puzzle, but I've said that before and been wrong, just because these ones have to be the same. 3 doesn't even have to be in this set. It could be there. Right, sorry, I'm not really making a lot of headway here yet. Oh, 9? 9 can't be in those 3. That gets a little interesting. If 9 is in these, 9 can't be in those 2 because they're in the middle of a string of 4 Kropki dots. So 9 is either in that pairing, in which case actually it would have to be here. If 9 was here, that would be a 7, which can't be on a black Kropke dot. So 9 there would give 8, 7, 6, 4. That would force 3 here. Then we'd have 1, 2, 5 here. I don't know what that means. Oh. 1, 2, we'd have 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, and 3 in this group. Now up here, these cells must include 4 of 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. So they couldn't include 4 of 9, 8, 7, 6, 4. So they'd have to have a 5. That's hardly shocking. The reason they couldn't include 4 of 9, 8, 7, 6, 4 is that in column 7, you'd have to put all 4 of those in those 3 cells, which doesn't make any sense. So, maybe there's something about these 3 being the same as these 3. Yes, okay, finally I'm seeing something. So those 3 cells are the same as those 3 cells, so they cannot appear in any of these cells. So they must be in this group. So they are also from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now all that's telling me is that, oh, well, this one can't be 7 or 9 or 5 because of the black Kropke dot. So it's 4, 6, or 8, which leaves a fairly limited set there. So that one is 4, 6, or 8 on the palindrome. What does it mean? What does it mean? These 3 are all in this group. If that was 9, 8, 7, 6, for instance, I don't know what it would mean. Is it something about 1s and 2s? Now, only one of 1 or 2 could be there, so one of them must be here. So this can't be a 1, 2, 3, 4 sum. We knew that couldn't be a 1, 2 black Kropke dot already. Oh, if we knew that both 1 and 2 were here. No. No, what I'm actually thinking is if we knew that this was 1 or 2, then we'd have to put a 1 or 2 somewhere in here. And we couldn't put both, and that would be quite significant. That would actually get us a start, I think. But I don't know that that has to be 1 or 2, do I? Is there a way I know that? 3 can't be in those cells. I'm now looking at other things because I'm just... right, 9, sorry, 9 can't be in those cells. 9 can't be on a black Kropke dot, so 9's on one of those 2. Oops, what have I done? There we go. 9's in one of those 2. If it was there, we'd definitely go 9, 8, 4. What would that do? I don't know. 9's in one of those, so 9 is not in those cells, 9 is not in those cells. So, does that mean 9 is not in this group? No, not necessarily, because these 3 plus 9 could be this group. And if that was the case, with 9 would have to be here. Oh yes, 9 can never be in the middle of these Kropke dots, and 8 can't be on that one. 4 can never be in the middle of them. Oh, I realise this is all a bit more restricted now. 5 can't be there. The middle of those always has to be 6 or 7. That's interesting. So 9 is in one of these. What about... Yeah, I studied 9 down here. 9 could be there. In which case now it would be in one of those 2 and one of those 2. Oh, or 9 could be there. In which case, because of 9 here, 9 would have to be up here in the corner. This would definitely go 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah, if 9 was here, this goes 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Then we've definitely got a 4 in one of these positions in the box, which means that 4 couldn't be on this run of 3 cells, and nor could 5, which would have appeared here. So the 3 cells would have to be 6, 7, and 8. And that's just from presuming 9 is here. That's quite interesting. You get 6, 7, 8 there, 3, 5. Oh, what then? What then? 6, 7, 8 you also get here. That would definitely put 7 up here, because it couldn't be on a black dot. Just trying to look ahead a little bit here. So 9 is definitely confined to one of these 3 cells in box 3. And 9 can't be on any of these cells either, so it's definitely in one of those 4. So in column 8, 9 is definitely in one of those 2. That's interesting. I mean, I don't think it's actually helpful, but it's something. Now that is 6 or 7, so it could be a 5-6 pair or a 7-8 pair. Does that affect this? Not really. I'm very close here to getting something going. I'd love to force 9 into these cells. 9, 8, 7, 6 would get a 4 there, 3 there. Then we'd have 1, 2, 5. So that's the alternative. If 9's there, we get a 5 here, and 5 can't be on this group. But if 9's here, we get a 5 in these cells. So 5 is never on this group. That's restricted them a tiny bit more. 4, 6, 7, and 8 are the possibilities. But 2 of them can be in here, so it doesn't really... it doesn't quite climb any hills, this. Very close to figuring out how we can make a bit of progress here, but this is a tough break-in. Now, let's have another think about 9. If 9's here, 9, 8, 7, 6, we get a 4 here. We get 8, 7, 4 in that row, so then we have to have 6, 5 up here, which fits quite well. 4, 7, 8. Now this becomes 6, 7, 8. Now the alternative is that 9 is here, 9 is then here, 8, 7, 6, 5. There must be some other coincidence of positioning that I can't quite see. If 9 is here, this is 9, 8, 7, 6 with a 4 there and 3. 9 there, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3. We get 1, 2, 5 here. Now 9 is going to have to be in one of these cells. 1, 2, 5, 3, 9 there. 9, 8, 7. And this has become 6, 5. Yes, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is 9. This is a 6, 7, 8 triple. it can be done, and therefore it probably is. Now the alternative is 9 here, which all fixes this whole run of white cells as 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. What does that mean? What does that mean? We've got 1, 2, and 4 in those cells. So 4 is never on the... Ah, is that what it means? Is this the same thing? Can 4 never be on this run? If we have 9 here, we get 9 here, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 4 is in one of those cells and prevented from being on this palindrome. But that's if 9 is here. But if 9 is here, then 8, then 4 is here. This is 8, 4, 7, isn't it? This is 6, 5, 4 is there. And again, 4 is prevented from being on the palindrome. Yes. Wow. Both of those lead to a 6, 7, 8 palindrome. So this is now 3 or 4 only. Oh, and is that interesting? So this either goes 9, 8, 4 here, which makes this a 3. Or, oh, well, this isn't 8, 6, 7, or 8 anymore because of this. 6, 7, or 8 must all be in those 3 cells. That's hardly shocking. In fact, that will apply once this is 4, 5, or 9. Oh, I could wish this was not quite so fluid. I don't think this can be 7 anymore. Does that mean this can't be 6? No. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, come on, come on. We're getting there. Now, 6, 7, or 8 and 8 have come out of these cells. So these must include 1 of 6, 7, or 8 at least. How do I use that? Or is it this 3 or 4? Is that looking down? So if it went 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 6, 5. Oh, come on, we're getting there. Oh no, maybe 3, 6, 7, 8 can't be in those cells. 7 must now be in one of those two, because it can't be on a black dot in box 3. So we've got 3, 6, and 8, of which at least 2 must be up here. So either 3 or 6 must appear here. Therefore, both 3 and 6 must appear in this area, because they will be connected if one gets on a black dot. But the other black dot is unknown. It might contain an 8, in which case it's 8, 4. Or, frustratingly, the 8 might be here. Six, 7, 8. So this one can't be 3, 6, or 4, 8. There's a 2 on that one. It's either 1, 2, or 2, 4. Wow, this is not straightforward at all. One of these now has to be a 6, doesn't it? No, it could be 8, 7 there. Right, maybe think about 3, 6, 7, 8 have to appear in this section. Right, how could 3 not be in one of those two? Given that 6, 7, or 8 has to appear here, then this would have to go 3, 4, 5, 6. That couldn't be a 5. It would go 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the only, so 3 is in one of those 3 cells. The only way it can get on this sequence is by being at the beginning there. 4, 5, 6. What else does that mean? Now, if it was there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, we'd have 2, 1, 9 here. We'd have 4 and 5 here. So that would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7 here. 4, 8 there. 6, 7, 3, 4, 8, 5. Ah, it all works. I want it to break. Then I would know. One of 1 or 2 must be there. So either 8 or 1 of 1 or 2 is on the black dot, but I kind of knew that anyway. How could 4 not be on a black dot? That's an interesting question, actually. Then the black dot would have to be 1, 2. You'd have 3, 6, 1, 2 there. You'd have 7, 8 there. 4, 5, 9 here. 1, 2 here. Well, that works fine. I do still need to think about these 3s, perhaps. I could just use a little bit of certainty about a single digit would make such a difference. So 3, 6, 7, 8. These are from 1, 2, 4, 5, 9. Now this definitely includes a 6, 7, or 8. So it's either 3, 4, 5, 6. We've established that can work. But otherwise it's higher than that to include 2 of 6, 7, or 8. So this cell, which is on a black dot, can only be 4, 6, or 8. It can't be 5, 7, or 9. Therefore, it's even and surrounded by 2 odds. And that's even. I don't think this is going to help, but I'm going to have a look at it. This one, though, is 3 or 4. I suppose it... Oh, but yeah, if this is 4, it can be 2 or 8 again. That's so irritating. If I could get that to 3 or 4, I'd have a pair. In fact, maybe that is a problem. If this was a 3-4 pair... 6, 7, 8... No, can't see why it is. Ah, this can't... Yeah, I've known that can't be 9 for a while. In fact, maybe I should try and rule out 9 from here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3. So in this final column, we'd have 9, 4, 3. No, we wouldn't. We'd have 9, 6, 3. Well, what does that mean up here? It means this can't be 9. It also means this can never be 6 or 7. I don't know why I've got them as possibilities. 9, 6, 3. That would stop this being a 6. That would stop this being a 9. So 9 would have to be here if that's a 9. Ah, is that is interesting. I think that means 9 can't be here. If 9 was here, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6 here being the interesting number, but then that would mean 9 would have to be here, 8, 7, 6, and the 6 would clash. Good grief. Okay, so 9 can't be here. And that, I think, means, yes, it has to ascend. I don't think this can be 4 or 5 anymore, and this can't be 5 or 6. This chain ascends towards this end. So one of those is definitely a 6 now. And one of those is an 8. So this can't be 6. That means 3 is now definitely in one of those two cells, which isn't that helpful. But this is either 2, 4 or 4, 8. It includes a 4, and that number becomes my first digit. It's a 3. Good grief, Samantha, this is not your normal style. Wow. Or else my brain has gone. Right, now, come on. This either goes 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, or that's an 8, in which case it goes 9, 8, 7, 6, and that's always a 6, therefore. 6, 6, yeah, well, that's hardly surprising. One of those is a 6 as well. 4 has been used here. 7, come on. 1, 2, and 4 or 9, these cells are from. These ones can't be 9 because there's a 9 out here. So 5 must be in these cells. 3, 6, 7, 8. If this goes 6, 7, 8, 9, that's a 4. 3 here, 1, 2, 5. Then this goes 4, 9. Then that's 1, 2. I mean, this has consequences everywhere. You've got 4, 5, 9 here. Three, 6, 1, 2. Then you get a 7, 8 pair here. That just runs around and around. Now, that was if it was 9, 8, 7, 6. Now, the alternative is this goes 6, 5, 4, 3. And that's a bit harder because this can still be... if that's 6, if this is 5, then this is 6, 7. This has to go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, interesting. So 9 is always in one of those two positions in column 9. Whatever the alternatives are down here, it has to be in one of those two. 6, 7, 8, 9, 4. That seems the harder one. 6, 9, 3, 8, 7. Oh, crikey. I thought this digit would be the beginning of the end times. Probably is, but it's not the end of this puzzle times. Right. 6, 3. So this can't... it doesn't really do much to it. Come on. 5 and 9 are up here. Yeah, they're definitely in these cells. I knew that anyway. Now, what about this? This is the same. Right, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 3. Then it would be from 1, 2, or 5. That would be from 1, 2, or 5. We'd have 4, 9. That would be 1 and 2. So it would have to be a 5 if this goes 6, 7, 8, 9. Because 1 and 2 get forced into those positions. Okay, come on. 6, 7, 8, 9. So it would have to be a 5. If this goes 6, 5, 4, 3. This is an 8, 7 pair, isn't it? That can never be 2. If this goes 6, 5, 4, 3, because of 8, 7 here, that has to be an 8, 7 pair. That can't be a 2. This is a 4, 8 pair. That's not 4. It probably doesn't do anything, but it feels like it does. 8 there, 8 there. We knew there was an 8 there. There was another way to get that there was definitely an 8 in those cells. Right, never mind. 6, 5, 4, 3, 8, 7. Now it's 1, 2, 9 here. That also forces 1 and 2 to be there. And now this can't be filled. Because it can't be 9, and if it can't be 1, 2, brilliant. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 8, 7 breaks. So we've got it. 6, 7, 8, 9 must be right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 at the top. That's a 9 now. This is a 1, 2 pair, as we've suspected all along. This is 4, 5, 9. This can't be 9, and it can't be 4 on the palindrome, so it's 5. That's what we concluded the one way. Now, this is either next to a 4 but can't be a 5, or next to a 9, so it's 3 or 8. But it can't be 8 because this would have to be 4. We are in business, people. So that's a 1-2 pair. This is a 7-8 pair. We know the order. And the relief flooding over us. 4 there. 2, no, not 2. 3 there. Take some care. 6, 7, 8, 3. These are from 1, 2, and 9. Now, these 3 cells can't be 7, 8, 5, 9, or 4 and 3. So they are 1, 2, 6 in some order. That gives us a 7, 8 pair here. It gives us a 3, 4 pair here. That one can't be 3. Yes, it could. It would go 2, 1. Oh, this can't increase, because it would either come to a 4 here clashing with that, or a 6 here coming to the clashing with that. So this goes down, and it can't start with 4, so it goes 3, 2, 1. 4 there. This is a 5, 6 pair. That works. Never used this dot at all, which means I was probably wasting an opportunity with it. 3, 4, 7, and 8 here. This one can't be a 3. Now, 6, 3, 4, 2, 1. 5, 7, 8, 9. No, that doesn't resolve this dot. What about this one? It obviously can't have a 1 because 2 is in one of these 3 cells. It can't have a 2 either because 3 and 1 are both used there. So that's a 6 connecting to a 5 or a 7. So that's a 6 on the palindrome. 6 in the middle cell just by Sudoku. That can't be a 4. So we've got a 1, 2 pair in the top. Then we get 3, 9 in the top row. 3, 9, 7, 8, 6. So these are from 1, 4, and 5. They can't involve a 2 because 2 is definitely on there somewhere. Right. 9 is in one of 6, 1, 2. 5 or 7 there. I don't think that makes this easy. Now, this black dot can't have a 6 on it, so it's from 1, 4, 2, or 8. 1 can't be here because it's got to be higher than this cell. That's not very helpful. But that gives us a 1, 2, 4, 8 quadruple down here, and that fixes this as a 5. 1, 2, 4, 8, 6, 5. These are from 3, 7, and 9. That one can't be 3. Six, 1, 2, 4, 8. So in the box we've got a 1, 2, 4, 8 triple as well. So 5, 7 pair in there. 3, 9 pair in here. This can't be 8. Or 2. And if it's 1 or 4, oh no, this is 2 or 8 as a result. But we need an 8 in this row. Oh look, I've got a 1, and I've got a 1, 2 staring at these two, sorry. There we go, figured it out in the end. 8, 4, right. So this is now 2 or 1. This can't be 8. 4 or 2 has to be bigger than this cell, which is therefore 1, 2, or 3. That's a 1, 2. Oh, come on, come on. Are there any clues? I'm failing to use this one so far. Any markings, I mean. 1, 2, 6. It could be a 9. That would put 8 there, 7 here, 6, 3. Yeah, it is just possible. Now, 2 appears in one of those cells, so that's not a 2. Let's just get rid of the colouring down there, which never came to anything. I think of that because this has just become odd, but I don't think that's part of the puzzle to help us. These are from 1, 2, 4 and 5. Now, there must be a finish available here. 6, 3, 4, 2, 1. Those are from 5, 7, 8, 9. I don't think any of those numbers are ruled out by the dot. Am I missing something in this row? Yes, I'm missing that there's only one place for a 9 there. Yes, I am. It's got to be here. Right. Now that's a 1, 2 pair in row 5. I'm really stumbling around a bit again, as so often. 3's in one of those two. 3, 9. Oh, a 3, 9 pair in the column. And a 1, 2, 4 triple. Oh, come on, do some more work. 5, 7 or 8 there. Is that all that tells me? So the fourth number from 1, 2, 3 and 4. No, it could be there. I was going to say it has to be in one of these cells, but that is not true. Wow, how am I not done? Okay, if that's a 2... No, if that's a 1... No, better. Oh, good grief. 1 there is ridiculous because it makes that a 2 and that a 1 as well. How long can it take? Right, 2, 4. So that fixes the palindrome there. That's better. So this can't be 2 or 4. This can't be 4. That must have done more than I'm seeing immediately. It must have. The 1 and 2 here, surely. Yes, that has become a 1. That's good. Right. So that makes that 5, 4, 2 there. 2, 3, 6, 1. That could still be 4, 5. 6, 4, 2. This is the only place for 1 in row 6. That fixes this as a 2. And this is a 4, and this is a 1. That gets the 2, 1 done. 2, 4, 1, 6. This is such a good puzzle. It really clings on to the end. That can't be 5 anymore. There we go. 7, 8, 7, 3 in the row. 7 and 8 are fixed. Lots of boxes. Those can't be 7 and 8. They are a 5, 9 pair. This can't be 3 or 7. In fact, these are a 4, 8 pair, which doesn't... Yes, it does. That can't be 4 anymore. So 8, 9 there. 4, 5 on the dot. 7, 8 pair makes this a 5. That 7 fixes the 8, 7. Oh, on the palindrome. So that was done a little while ago. Sorry about that. 8 there. 9 and 7. 3 and 5. What a puzzle. I love it. Love it. As so often with Sonata, something you're just not expecting in that. Great fun. Another 40-minute video. Well done if you were quicker this time, and do feel free to point out where I was not being very intelligent, because there will probably have been 1 or 2 places. But it really, for me, it seemed to have to revolve around how these strings work together. Very interesting. Maybe I was just missing some stuff I could have done in box 7, but white dots are so much less powerful than black Kropke dots in my experience. Anyway, thank you so much for watching as always, and hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.